Hey guys, decided to stop by, make an update video. But this video is gonna come in two parts. One is gonna be an update on the BMW, where that's at, where I'm currently at in life, but also I have a little motivational talk. I am right now walking in the Bahamas with my little son. We're walking on the racetrack right now, but just getting some exercise in. But I mean, okay, so let's start with the BMW. So when I got the BMW, I got in a trade and I thought it would be one thing. The BMW was only showing crank position sensor. I replaced that. Turns out it wasn't an issue. Took it to the shop, $600 in. The guy told me, hey, it may be the timing chains because the car is showing 5 degrees off on each side. If you know a lot about timing, you know what that means. So he said it could be that the timing chains are slack right now. That is a 45-hour job. He said that that would be almost $12,000 to have those timing chains changed. He said it will be $1,200 just to check and see if the timing chains are actually slack. Now, being that I got this car, one, for free, two, I'm already $600 in, and three, this car has the N63 motor in it. After doing some research, you can just search it up. It's known to be one of the worst motors that BMW has ever made. Literally, the majority of bad, the majority of bad, I guess, reviews that I've seen on this motor compared to the good things that people talk about it, it's ridiculous. It's not even close. So I took all that into consideration, the money that I would have to spend to get this car back up and running. Well, not even get it back up and running, to actually diagnose what the issue is. The fact that it's known to be a problematic motor. I decided to cut my losses and sell it off. So I posted on Facebook yesterday. Someone finally decided to buy it. So I was able to pay the difference off of what is owed currently. And then I have some money in my pocket. So, I mean, all in all, I kind of, came out on top, given that this car is something that I got in a trade along with another car, and I only spent $600. It would have been nice to be able to not have the car in the shop and come out $1,600, but, sorry, $1,300, but the ball didn't roll like that in my favor. So I tried to fix it, tried to bring it to the channel. That's where it's at right now. The car is gone. But I will be working on getting another project for the channel. I just had to deal with some real life stuff. So now let's go into that. Real life stuff, right? Currently, you may say that, wow, this doesn't look like the United States. It's because it's not. It's my home, Abaco, Bahamas. And right now, I am stuck, kind of. So I came to the Bahamas to take my boy to see his grandmother for the first time. She was turning 93 on the 1st. His birthday was on the 9th. So it was a perfect time. Came over here, spent some time with family that I didn't see for a year. When it was time to leave and board the plane, they wouldn't let me because of a thing with my green card. So right now I'm waiting on the U.S. Embassy, but I'm currently stuck. Kind of. I say kind of because there is hope. I'm waiting any day for them to email me and say I could come and pick up my passport. I paid like the $500 and something to get a boarding foil. So I'm waiting on that. All in all, I had to lose my ticket and his ticket to go back, which I would tell you guys, always get flight insurance. Always, because you never know. Literally, almost $1,200 down the drain. So now I'd have to buy new tickets when it's time to go back. But so I'm stuck here, waiting any day. And it's been tough. But something that I'm battling with right now and that I'm seeing all around me is faith, right? And my question, that I'm thinking about right now is, what do you do when faith is literally all you have? When things aren't looking too good, when it's not looking promising at all, but all you have is the belief that things will work out in your favor. Let me specify, all you have is the belief that God will work things out in your favor. And I'm seeing that in my life right now. You know, I'm having faith that I'll be able to return back to the US, to my job, to my life, to my apartment. But I'm starting to come to grips with the understanding that maybe that may not be God's will for me. Maybe there's something bigger in all of this, which is why He may not want me to return. Maybe the friends and the relationships that I've created over there, maybe that will be it, and it's time for me to return back to the place I called home all my life. Or maybe He wants me to just trust in Him. You know, I was debating whether I should share this or not, but one of my best friends, literally, I was in his wedding last year, and he's going through a hard time now. I hope it's okay sharing this if you ever see this, Earl, but his brother, I'm not going to share names for privacy, but his brother was also the best man. Me and his brother were best men in his wedding. And right now, his brother is in the ICU. 2 weeks ago, his heart stopped beating while he was in there. They was able to resuscitate him. And things aren't looking promising. But they are trying to have faith. The whole family's trying to have faith. I'm trying to have faith. And just that question always comes up in my head whenever I'm facing something difficult. What do you do when faith is literally all you have? When your brother is literally in the ICU, right? Intensive care unit. His heart has already stopped beating. They was able to resuscitate him. They're saying that they don't even see full brain activity. But you're praying, hoping for a miracle, that your brother will be able to live. And he's young, he's in his 20s, he has a daughter. Like, what do you do when faith is all that you have? When you are praying to God and you want this miracle so bad, you want something so close to your heart, your brother that you grew up with, your best friend, his life to be saved. What do you do when it's all in God's hands and it's all out of your control? So interesting, because I'm in a similar situation right now, but my situation, me not being able to return to the US, that's small, man. I would never be if I had an option between saving my sister's life or being able to travel somewhere, man, I would never travel a day in my life again. I would give up my ability to walk if I had an opportunity to save my sister's life. But that's just a question that's coming to my mind. What do you do when faith is all that you have? Do you decide to continue and hold firm? Or do you fall under pressure? Do you give in because the odds aren't in your favor? Or do you trust in God that He will do what is best in the situation and that His will be done? And that no matter what the result is, you have to be okay knowing that His will is what was best in this situation. It's interesting because in 2020, this place brings so much memories. The place where my best friend's brother is in that hospital brings back so many memories because I was faced with the same questions around December 2020. My dad had cancer. And December is always an interesting month because it was his birthday in December. My mom's birthday is in December. His anniversary was in December. And during that time, I flew back to the Bahamas in December and I saw how small he was. You know, you could see the indentions in his temple. So I kind of knew that that may have been the last time I saw him because he was sick, right? And I tried to have faith. I did have faith. I prayed, man. I've never prayed as hard as I ever prayed during that time. I prayed, God, please save my dad. Please save him. I spent every day with him. Even the day that he left this earth, we drove him to the hospital. I lifted him out of the car in my arms. Right? You can see, I got some muscles. I lifted him out of my arms, carried him into the emergency room. Hours later, it was like a movie. The doctor came in, called us in the room. It's like, hey, I'm sorry to tell you, we tried our best. We were not able to resuscitate him. Boom. My world shifted, right? But days before that, I prayed. God, please save my dad. Please save my dad. You always come through for my family. God has worked so many miracles in my life, man. So many things I can't explain. And I'm just like, I know you will do it because you always do it. You've always come through. I've never lost a close family member to this point, and I know I'm not going to lose my dad. And then, boom, my world was turned upside down. I lost my father figure. I lost the man that motivated me to complete everything I've completed in my life to that day. The man that I wanted to be like growing up, although he was imperfect. The man that I wanted to be like lost him, and my world turned upside down. But somewhere along the lines, I came to grips with the fact that I'm praying and I'm having faith. I believe that my dad will be healed from this cancer and that he will be saved. But one time I remember praying that, God, I have faith, please save my dad. But if it's not your will, allow me to be okay with that. And I think that that's something that we need to remember. Faith is one thing, but we have to realize that a lot of times we don't see the bigger picture and we don't know the bigger picture. We don't know the impact that someone possibly dying or passing away could have on someone else's life. How one person could be saved by an action so small that we don't even realize it. So it goes back to it, faith. What do you do when your faith is being worked, when you have no other options, when you have to come to face reality, when you have to face the fact that, yes, I'm having faith, but maybe the answer may not be what I want to hear? Will you still choose to worship God? Will you still choose to praise Him and trust Him? Will you still have faith that what happened in that situation was the best outcome? Looking back at it now, I was very sad, man. I questioned so many things. I questioned whether God really heard me, whether He was there. Because it's sad. My dad never was able to meet my son. And it still hurts me to this day. He was never able to see my marriage, although he was able to see me. He knew that I was dating someone, and I wanted to propose because I was supposed to propose days after he died. He wasn't supposed to die, but I was supposed to propose to this guy's mom, and I ended up going through with it. But that's just, I guess, my talk. You know, when you're not faced with any options but to have faith, and the answer may not be what you want, Are you still gonna stay loyal and trust God? I feel like it was the best situation for my dad. The days before he passed, I watched him in pain almost constantly, 24/7. His body going through different things, swelling, stuff like that. And it wasn't a good quality of life. So looking back at it now, I think it was best. But I want to encourage you guys when you're faced with a situation like this, because you will be. If you live long enough, you will be faced with situations where it may be a loved one who's sick, but when your faith is being tested, I encourage you, when faith is all you have, to stay strong and believe that whatever the result is, it is the best for that situation. And in the end, it is God who knows all. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I didn't expect to make this video. Sadly, the BMW will not be a part of the channel. It didn't even really make it, and I was so excited. But I hope that the message that I was able to give and talk to you guys about today is a good one and could resonate with you. All right, guys. Until next time, peace.